Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Earth's Mightiest Gyros, episode 9 now, and we have another special this week, I guess. But yeah, let's just do our introductions again. I'm Ijaz, and as always, joined by.
Rafi himself.
Oh, man. How's life been, man?
It's been alright. It's been alright. Still on that furlough life, so nothing much has changed. Been playing for the Yakuza games, revising, sort of. I got an exam in 2 days, which I haven't fully been prepared for, but it's all open book online, 24 hours. So no worries there, I guess.
That's the life, man. Hey, at least you're getting paid. I'm I'm unemployed. Haven't had a job since October. I used to work at Primark. Would not recommend. Actually, I'd sort of recommend. The guys I worked with, they were pretty cool. So like, they were alright. It's the managers that were the worst. Not even the annoying customers. It was the managers. But I've just been, yeah, like you said, I've got exams coming up. I think my first one's on the 19th of May. But I've got a coursework. Like one of my two of my modules were turned into their exams were turned into coursework for us, where they're giving us a
Yeah.
week to complete it, which is nice enough. I'd rather do that. But I think that coursework is set on the 15th. But yeah, I haven't really been revising as much as I should be because like I just can't be asked. I really can't be asked. It's my last.
Same.
Yeah, I'm graduating in it, so I'm like, whatever happens, happens at this point. It's all again open book. So I'm just, obviously I'll learn the techniques that I need to in time, hopefully. But as long as I just know where to look in the notes, that will be fine and dandy. But yeah, that's us all caught up, I guess. Not really. Again, not much is happening with this Corona crisis. I'm pretty sure everyone can tell. But like, we're just bored of it already,
Yeah.
man. Hurry up and make a
Well,
vaccine, guys. We
I
want.
don't mind staying at home playing games all day, but I do want to go outside.
Yeah, exactly, man. I miss outside. It's like I'm looking. It's like every day I go up to the window and I just like put my hand on it, and it's like, you know that one episode of SpongeBob where he's, what's it called? He's been.
Squidward's looking out the window and seeing what SpongeBob and Patrick playing.
No, because no
I
one's
know that one.
outside to envy.
Oh,
It's like when SpongeBob gets when Mr. Krabs bets SpongeBob to thing, he loses a bet to Plankton, so SpongeBob has to work for Plankton, and then they start breaking into song, and they're both look like they're both one's looking outside the Chum Bucket window and the other one's looking outside the Krusty Krab window. It's like that. I'm like, man, just outside, man. It's just we miss it. And that and Ramadan as well, man. Like that's you know, with that being
it hasn't been too bad so far, but
yeah, because
it's
again
just.
we're just staying inside, but
Yeah.
it's a bit depressing in it. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, we're doing another special episode this week because again, due to lack of news, or the news just being another Corona cancellation. Um, our special this week is on Assassin's Creed because as pretty sure everyone's seen, because it's got like 5 million views in 3 days, the new trailer for the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And
Not easy on the tongue, that title.
yeah,
The other one had a nice flow to it. Assassin's Creed Origins, Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's like, whoa.
yeah, it doesn't sound like it. You're right, it doesn't flow as nice. But that being said, this
It should have been
trailer,
called Odin.
yeah,
That'd have been cool.
Odyssey.
Yeah. Odyssey. That was a good one.
But that being said, the trailer was dope.
Yeah, the trailer was really cool.
Bro, it was badass. Like this, even though yeah, I know the graphics aren't going to be like that. Actually, will they? No,
Could be PS5.
that's true.
PS5.
PS5.
It's going to be next gen as well, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, but obviously, yeah, it's a cinematic trailer. But my god, it was graphic. It was graphic. I'm like, yo, I ain't seen this much blood in any Assassin's Creed game or trailer. So I think they might go full on like R rating for this game. Because when I was watching this trailer, it just gave me like Vinland Saga vibes.
Oh yeah, yeah. It does give the. It gave me Vinland Saga vibes and both God of War vibes. God of War recently changed it from Greek mythology to Norse mythology, so
Yeah,
it does
that's
give me
true.
that
Oh
same
yeah,
sort of
they
thing.
did. They did do that, didn't they? Oh yeah.
I see the game taking a lot of inspiration from both Vinland and God of War.
And then this new MC, he looks like I think Thor from
You,
Endgame.
you say he, it can be a she as well. They're doing the same thing with they did Odyssey. It's both male and female you can choose from.
All right, fair enough. I mean, again,
So yeah,
they only advertise the male one, so like that's the one I'm going with.
because they know which one we should be playing as.
Wow,
So yeah,
wow, wow. Okay,
uh,
okay there, okay there,
and for me, I don't give a shit.
Mister Progressive here,
Yes,
Mister Progressive Edgelord. But
yes.
yeah, again, they didn't show. Again, it was just a cinematic trailer. They didn't show any gameplay. But I'm just going to assume the gameplay is going to be the same as Odyssey Origins and that sort of stuff. But
There is the Xbox. They have a press conference thingy coming up this Thursday, and Assassin's Creed stuff always now normally gets announced at Xbox. Same with Odyssey got announced there, so we'll probably see some gameplay trailer maybe this Thursday
hmm, I mean, I'll
because
be
the game, yeah.
looking out for that. Hopefully, we see some gameplay, but I don't know what to expect at this point. As long as like basically, I just want the thing I want from the gameplay is I want I don't know how you say it. Basically, I want the hits to feel like I want to be able to feel the impact of the hits that I'm throwing. Because that's one thing that I don't think the Assassin's Creed games that like aside from the actual assassinations, within the combat, right? When I'm hitting someone,
You can't really feel it. I get what you mean.
yeah, it's like it feels more like a simulation and less like you know in a fight. Like I'm talking about like like Dark Souls gameplay or thing Sekiro style gameplay where like when you get hit, it's like you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I can see why I got hit. There is impact behind that swing, and when you hit someone or stab them, you know,
You see, that's the thing with Origins and Odyssey. I felt like they tried to be too much like Soulsborne combat. Because I always found a complaint with Assassin's Creed was the combat itself. Because in when Origins first came out, there's a big combat change. People were saying, "Oh, this isn't what it feels like to be an assassin." I'm like, "Bro, how do you know what it feels like to be an assassin if you killed someone?" What I always thought was that the games. I get what you're trying to say is like you want to feel like okay. I think what you're trying to say is make it difficult, not hard, but like
like
challenging.
I want to earn those kills,
Yeah, you want to feel like there's an actual obstacle in getting a kill, and when you go past the obstacle, you feel like yes, that's something that Bloodborne games and Soulsborne games do well. I always felt the Assassin's Creed games have always had a tough, like you always find it hard to get a balance between satisfying and difficult.
Yeah,
Because in AC3, 4 Unity Syndicate, the combat it was satisfying killing someone because you get the flashy animation and whatnot. But in general, the combat was just boring. It's just press circle. When AC3 and AC4 was press circle, they're dead. In Unity and Syndicate, they tried to step up by doing the parry system. But once you parry, you can easily kill them in like 2-3 hits.
yeah,
And then Origins and Odyssey, it tried to be deep and tactical by having the whole lock-on thing, where the camera like goes behind you and some shit. Kind of like the Soulsborne type thing. That was fun, but it was way too boring. Wait, that makes no sense. It was way too long. Hence, it became boring. There we
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Like if you feel like
They
yeah,
feel like it just drags on.
drags on, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which and again, you're right. And that's the weird thing about critiquing the Assassin's Creed games is it's so hard to find a good balance for it because at one point you're like, oh, it's too much like this, but not enough like this, and then they'll tilt it a little bit, and it's like now it's too much like this and not enough like how it's supposed to be, and like
Like
you can't like that's the thing. I'll give Ubisoft credit. They try to please everyone.
they just can't.
You just can't. You just can't. Like at some point, you gotta be like, okay, we're Assassin's Creed. This is our style of gameplay. Maybe we'll amp up the force behind the hits a little bit, just to make it feel like oh, this is actual brutality going on. Like was it like I was comparing it to Vinland Saga, right? Watching the fights, and obviously comparing an anime to a video game is like apples to oranges, you know.
Mhm.
But watching the fights in Vinland Saga, and you're like, oh, especially when you're talking about Thor kill,
Yeah,
Whenever he landed a hit on someone, you're just like, yeah, that hurt. That I felt that through the screen. Like I want that type of brutal combat engine in the game.
I feel like
Otherwise,
they're gonna have to do that, especially considering the setting in the game
yeah,
with the rough Viking vibe,
yeah, because that's the thing about Vikings. Like when most like historically speaking, you know, with Vikings, you just associate them with brutality,
pillaging,
pillaging.
brutality, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like because obviously they're like big brutish armor. Always carrying like big sluggish weapons. Which again, I'm wondering how they'll balance that because most of the time with Assassin's Creed, you're thinking about they're very quick on their feet, fast moving, you know,
Hmm.
quick,
Yeah,
fast
we see
paced.
the main character Aina. We see him holding two axes. So taking a sort of a page out of Odyssey, where you have two swords, I wouldn't mind the combat feeling sluggish because in any game where combat feels
It
sluggish,
feels more real.
the hits are more satisfying. So with Dark Souls, if you go for a strength build, it's long hitting someone because you have to fully see the swing, but when you hit them and see that chunk of health just go down straight, that is satisfying. So if AC can find that balance of making sure the combat is satisfying but not boring, then it's good because as I said, with AC3, it was satisfying getting a kill, but it wasn't. It didn't feel like anything was going on. You just felt really OP.
Yeah, that's true.
So there needs to be the nice challenge slash like obstacle you have to jump over in combat.
Hmm. Yeah, there needs to be a difficulty curve. Like with AC, Assassin's Creed ones through four, right? It was literally just
Press circle.
press circle, press the counter button, and see that you've clocked the game, right?
hmm
But
Unity tried to change up with the parry system.
yeah, too bad that the game was buggy as hell. But
I played it like 6 months after it came out, and I really enjoyed it. I just found that the story was meh, but everything else about the game I really liked. The whole parkour was amazing. The world was amazing. Their rendition of France was sick, especially climbing the Notre Dame and stuff.
yeah, fair enough. Like, the reason initially I was really excited for Unity was
Online.
because it was again set in France,
Okay.
right? So
We're gonna be online.
no, well,
That was like my main reasons to buy Unity because I just wanted to parkour my friends online.
yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's a solid one. But like for me,
See
it was the
everything.
whole going to the France setting because obviously it had beat you. You had what's it called? You had Assassin's Creed 3 and what's it called 4. Oh, wow, how did I forget that 4 comes after 3? Top student right here. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 where you didn't really have the city settings like usual.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
you had like village settings or jungle settings where it's like you didn't really get the feeling for the parkour.
yeah. AC3 had Boston and New York, but there weren't any tall fucking buildings you could climb up.
Yeah, exactly. With obviously with the Ezio trilogy and with Unity, what I really did like about them was was the infrastructure. The ability to run around, climbing everywhere, to make you actually feel like you're parkouring around, and and the way the building structures. You had various building sizes, and obviously the infamous you dive off a building, and if you don't land in a hay pile, that's it, desynchronized. But yeah, I'm just glad that they remembered to keep in the hidden blade in this new trailer.
I do wonder how that will translate. You just talking about the world, how they would do that in Viking setting. I don't know. I haven't researched enough Viking landscapes, but I don't know what type of tall stuff they can climb.
I think with the Vikings, with the Valhalla, it's the gameplay will be, or like the settings will be more similar or more akin to AC4. Like sort of village, probably a lot of traveling on the sea. Like,
Yeah, yeah, they did show boats in the. Yeah, it'll probably be like Odysseys. Odysseys is a good one to compare it to.
yeah, yeah, I
It's not
guess,
as beautiful looking because it's going to be more dark and dingy.
yeah, and based in like um Eastern, or not, sorry, not Eastern, like Northern Europe, which
Yeah, it
does.
could be coming to England because they do say like in Vinland, you see them going to London Bridge. So who
Oh
knows?
yeah, oh, that's true. Oh wait, no, Odyssey was based in Greece anyway. What am I saying? Oh, sorry, I was mixing up Odyssey and Origins.
Origins was what the pyramid one. Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah,
Egyptian one.
yeah, yeah. But overall, very solid trailer. I am excited for the game. I haven't been this excited for an Assassin's Creed game in a while.
Same. This made me want to go play. Because I have Odyssey, I haven't played it. I played Origins, played a good 12 hours on Origins, but I got really bored because the setting just wasn't bringing me in. The
Yeah,
character
well,
Bayek, he was like Altair, he's like a noble dude. I wasn't getting that whole edgy vibe from him. Like Altair is a great character. Bayek is just boring in my opinion.
yeah,
But it is like the Assassin origin story, so I guess I have to play it.
yeah.
But yeah.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the trailer. Um, again, it's a special episode. That is, well, I say special. You know how we do our other episodes. So now we're just gonna go through our favorite aspects of the franchise, starting with our favorite Assassin's Creed game. Now,
Alright.
you
I
guys
think I know
know,
what your one is.
you guys
Yep.
all know that when it comes to Assassin's Creed, I have two favorite games and I kind of find them interlinked because the way the story flows with it between the two, which is Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. I think I'm leaning more towards Assassin's Creed 2 as my favorite, but again, I have on and off days. There are aspects I love about both of them. I love the Assassin's recruitment um, program in Brotherhood,
Probably yeah.
but I love the story in 2 so much more.
Two had more variety, I believe, and I think with the because you had multiple cities, whereas Brotherhood was just Rome,
Yeah, yeah, that is
and
one.
maybe a little bit of Montergione.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
one.
two, you could go to what Venice, Florence,
Tuscany.
Tuscany. Montergione wasn't destroyed.
Yeah, I think there was like 7 cities you could go to.
Mm.
I can't remember all of them for the sake of me, but again, the thing I loved about the Italy setting was the whole, the old Renaissance buildings, the way obviously the way the buildings were structured. You were able to parkour and traverse through the city with so much ease, and then you get to Venice and it's a bit more difficult. But
Bruh, you make me want to play the trilogy again. Ugh.
I really want to play the trilogy again, man. That
I'm just
Ezio
looking at my,
trilogy.
I'm just looking at my shelf like I have the Yakuza games, the Final Fantasy games, the Kingdom Hearts games to go through, but that is calling me right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and let's not forget, man. It had some of the best. I think the best music in the entire series.
Yeah, that song is iconic.
Yes, Ezio's theme.
Family, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Ezio. I think it's called Rooftops of Vent. No, sorry, that's what it's called in that fighting game that he was featured in.
I'm
So,
pretty sure it's Ezio's Family.
yeah, it's called Ezio's Family in the game, and then they have a remix of it in Soul Calibur 5, where they call it like Rooftops of Venice or something.
I forget he was in that.
And it was a really really cool rendition of it. It like, sounded so cool. It sounded like an anime character's theme. So yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, definitely my favorite again because great character, amazing story, gameplay top notch. Like I think even though yes, it's just simply spam circle, still fun in certain aspects. Still,
It was AC was new enough at that point where spam circle wasn't an issue.
yeah, yeah. Again, maybe the game I haven't played it in a while, but if I played it today, I don't know if I'd get as much enjoyment out of it as playing it for the first time. But it's definitely a game where I wish I could play it for the first time again.
I understand that. Yeah.
What's your top AC game?
My favorite AC game is AC4 Black Flag. I fucking love the Black Flag. Two, if it weren't for Black Flag, 2 would have been my pick. But the reason why I like Black Flag so much was following AC3. AC3 didn't get much love when it first came out because people found Connor a bit boring.
Yeah.
The whole beginning of the game where you're not playing as Connor, which I didn't mind. I thought that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, give
People
Desmond some development. Like give him some attached.
not that the Hatham Kenway stuff. Where you play as
Oh, yeah, his dad,
Connor's
innit?
dad. Yeah, when there's a big twist, but I'll get onto that later. So following AC3, like the whole AC, like people didn't really give too much shits about it because like AC3 is there, my friend group at least, we're like, it's meh. But then AC4 comes out and you see the first trailer, it's all pirates, and it expanded on which is one I think the best thing from AC3, which was the naval combat, but just made it so much deeper. AC4's naval combat was so much fun, and they even what they did with the AC Brotherhood, the Assassin's management system, they did the same thing in 4, but with the boats. And what was amazing with that is that you could download the companion app on your phone, and while I'm in like college and shit, I'm just playing. I'm actually sending my ships out. I come back on the game later and I'll get all my treasure.
Oh,
Fucking sick.
that is
But even though it had the now basic combat where you just spam circle, it was satisfying as shit because you had the 4 guns which you could just Edward just pop off at any time. All the shit you had in the game was just sick.
and
also, what were you saying?
And the game had Blackbeard.
Yeah, it had Blackbeard, one of the best. Like, Blackbeard, Adewale. Had the Sage was an interesting villain as well. The modern day stuff I felt was a bit weak because prior to that point, what's his name had died, isn't he?
Yeah,
Desmond.
Desmond had been killed off in number 3.
So they did the whole thing where you're making a new Assassin's Creed game in the modern day, which is kind of weird. But I do feel like AC4 just expanded on so much. It's what AC3 should have been in terms of like scale. The world was huge for one as well, and what was it? The customization you had for the ship, where you can like customize literally everything, like the fucking material of the mast and shit like that. And then Edward's armor, there was like this whole thing with the Mayan armor. I don't know if you remember that, where you have to find all the Mayan and Incan shit, and you get the armor that deflects all the bullets. And because guns are such a big thing in the game, getting armor made you fucking go. And also the house customization as well. That was pretty cool. And your little island you had. A lot of customization that game had, which I'm sad that, well, I know Origins Odyssey brought it back, but Syndicate and Unity seem to have removed. But yeah, I loved AC4.
One thing I did like about AC4 is what's it called? Edward Kenway's voice actor.
Yeah, who is he?
Matt Ryan. He played Constantine in the TV show.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Which only got 1 season, but he was so good in that role that like they started casting him in the
animated one.
In the animated one as well, and in the Arrow TV show. So it's like, like he's just so good at playing that sort of suave,
like rough and tough character. Yeah.
Like I feel like he has an archetype now. It's like what's the name of Jotaro's English voice actor?
Quick Google search.
Matt something.
English dub voice actor Matthew. Oh, Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer. Fucking hell, I didn't know that.
Like he also voices Levi.
He also voices McCree from Overwatch.
Yeah. So, like again, generally speaking, how he's kind of typecast as badass character.
Yep.
That's Matt Ryan's typecast. Which again, solid choice for that. Like I think the fact that he was, if I'm being honest, the only reason I really played AC4 was because he was voice acting in it. I really, because 3 had lost me, so I'm like, I have no interest in pursuing any further AC games. And then I'm like I hear Matt Ryan AC4. I'm like, okay, give it a look.
He's Matt Mercer's an amazing voice actor.
He is. Matt Mercer's.
He was Nightwing in DC Supervillains. He voice acted the Spider-Man imposter in the Spider-Man game. That is surprising. Oh, he voices Hit. There you go.
Oh,
from DC Super.
I haven't actually watched the dub of Super yet.
I don't want to after the whole Kick Vic, but
yeah, I don't want to either. Yeah, so my fave AC game is 2. Yours is 4. So let's wait for someone to say 6. No, I'm just kidding.
Valhalla. Wait, which one's 6? Syndicate.
Syndicate, solid.
Syndicate was really good. I'm just sad that it was the same thing sort of with 3. My friends didn't like Unity, so Syndicate didn't get much love. But then you actually play the game, and it's super fun. Like Jacob Fire, he's amazing.
Yeah, no,
it's that cocky attitude in Assassin's games just works. Like Ezio, amazing. Edward, amazing. Jacob, amazing. Arno, maybe.
And the whole story of Jacob Fry, where he's like he comes to London from Crawley and is like, you know what? I'm gonna start my own gang and take this crack guy down.
Yeah, the complete like different juxtaposition between uh Jacob and Evie, where he's like rough and tough, and she's like, "Oh, stealth, stealth is
Yeah.
the way."
Yes.
I love doing the gang battles and shit. That game was really good. I want to replay Syndicate now.
Yeah. I'm gonna replay. I think I have it. I still have it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna replay it. It's a fun game.
Mm.
It's fun as
Mm.
hell.
It did go back to the whole press circle thing,
It did.
which Unity tried to go away from. And some of the counter kills were so long. Like, I'm just waiting. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah, it's because
okay, you stabbed him. I know
especially
you stabbed his leg.
oh, and
Okay.
then and he yeah, you know, you like slash his throat, stab his leg, and then shoot him. I'm like, is it
Like, it's a bit much.
in it, man? It's like
Like, I swear assassins are meant to be quiet.
exactly. You know exactly. But you know what I did love?
So,
This was such a minor thing, but it was I loved it so much. It made me so giddy, right? How Jacob could swap from his assassin's hood to his like top hat.
his top hat. Yeah, yeah, in stealth mode and shit. Yeah, that was fucking cool.
Uh,
And he had the Batman influence with the whole zip line.
yeah. Oh yeah, they had that was the first one with the grappling hook in it.
The only one with the grappling hook, yeah.
Oh yeah, did they not follow up on that after?
Because I went to Origins.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I love the whole set, as well as that it was in London.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh shit, I can go to my house. Oh wait, they only got King's Cross. I know, man.
Yeah. I mean that's close enough to my house.
It's close enough for you. Yeah, it's like 4 bus, like what 7 train stops for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I love Syndicate. But
Oh,
favorite game, Black.
yeah. So we both agree Syndicate is the most underrated one.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So our next thing is our favorite assassin. So
I feel like I already know what your answer's gonna be.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball here because
All right.
everyone, even though yes, he is technically my favorite, I'm like it's kind of, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna ban him from being in my list because I'm like it's too easy to say that. It's a cop out answer.
It's like in Gintama, everyone's favorite character is Gintoki, but yeah,
Yeah, you can't you know yes Jintoki is the best written character in the show, but you have to pick someone else because he's automatically everyone's favorite. So
yeah.
my favorite assassin is, as we mentioned, Jacob Fry
Okay. All right.
because again he's British.
Jacob.
He's his whole storyline of let's take down the Templar gang by just making my own gang. Not not oh
Not an assassin.
not
Just gay.
in it. I'm a gang star. He
I
Jacob Fry no Giorno Giovanna.
Jacob Giovanni. Yeah, you technically a JoJo now.
Well, if only, if only. But yeah, and I liked his dynamic with his sister. How he was the big, rough and tough, big lug-headed, go in guns blazing, and she was the smart one. And she's just like I can't, and like the interactions between the two are always he says something stupid, but like stupid but practical, and she's just like I cannot with this guy, like cannot.
Her own brother. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this guy is so like why? I forget which one's older between the two.
I think Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob is. They're supposed to be twins, though, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it was the first one where you could play as, you could switch between the assassins.
The male and female thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though all the advertising basically just put Jacob on the front.
Jacob at the front because he's the one we really want to play
Yeah,
as.
again, I prefer Jacob as a character, but I do think Evie had her what's it called.
Evie was cool. She had her
She
moments.
was cool, and I like how she had her own unique stealth gameplay compared to Jacob. Because I
Yeah,
think
Jacob.
yeah, because I think Jacob's gameplay was more focused around him using guns actually.
Yeah, his whole cane became like a sword.
Yeah, I love that cane. I loved that cane. It was so cool. It's such a. I'm so glad that they incorporated that idea because that's such an easy thing to do. Like it's such an obvious thing, but such a right thing to do if you're
Yeah,
gonna do.
because it made sense as well because it's 1800. You can't be carrying swords around. You get looked at, but if you carry a cane, hide it as a
You're
sword.
just seen as an aristocrat or someone
Mhm.
from an aristocratic family. I can't remember. Did they ever have? Did they have Jack the Ripper in the game?
I think there was Jack the Ripper DLC.
I
I think
never.
there was a DLC. I did not play it.
I didn't play
I
any
believe there
DLC
was a Jack the Ripper DLC.
because yeah, it makes sense that they would do something like that.
Mm.
Because you cannot have anything set in Victorian era in fiction and not touch on Jack the Ripper in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, there was a Jack the Ripper DLC. I didn't buy the DLC for the game.
No, I just bought the main game. I didn't have any DLC, so again, that was at a point in my life where I was just like, I was anti DLC because I'm like, if you have something that you want to put in the game, you put it in the main game. You don't make us pay for it later. But that was before I understood how the process of DLC worked. That it was never original, like unless it's EA, it's never really planned for the original game. They kind of just think of it after once they get the engine of the game all set. But yeah, Jacob Fry, that's my favorite assassin.
My favorite assassin from my favorite AC game, Edward.
Of course.
Edward Kenway. So same with like Jacob. They do share some sort of the same similar personality, where they're the whole rough and tough sort of guy. But what I think was amazing with Edward, which also got the same thing from Ezio as well. You see the development. So like with Ezio, you see this cocky 17-year-old kid. You play through his trilogy and you see him become this wise master assassin.
Yeah. Oh.
Same sort of thing with Edward. You see him at the beginning; he's just a pirate trying to get money. Like you see him when he was younger with his wife when he was young, Caroline. He's like a drunk, just piping, doing pirate shit. But then you see as he gets more involved with the assassin and the storyline behind that, you see him develop into this master assassin, which we know now today. And also seeing his relationships with other characters, like seeing his relationship with Blackbeard, Adewale, Mary the Kid, all the characters, really touching. Also, I think he's the most badass one because he carries 4 guns, got 4 blickies, no one can fuck with him. And yeah, that's why I like it. Edward, sorry. Almost said Ezio.
Again,
I think my mind is just 2 things like say Ezio. Best say Ezio, he's the best. But...
yeah, no, my mind was saying say Ezio, but I'm like, nah, it's a cop out answer, cop out answer. Everyone knows in my heart he's my favorite one, but obviously I can't because it's cheating.
I do want to buy Black Flag for the Switch. It is on the Switch. I'm thinking, can I buy it? Would be fun.
Might just have to do that.
Just to remember the good old times I've had with Edward Kenway.
Ho ho.
But yeah. Oh, also, another thing about AC4 which I want to mention, the sea shanties. So good.
You know,
What will you do with a drunken sailor?
I saw so
I
many
love that shit.
YouTube videos and memes about those.
I loved it.
No, because one thing I remember about when Assassin's Creed 4 was released, this was back when Smosh was still good, and they did their
Yeah, they did the AC4 rock video.
yeah, but I preferred
Yeah.
their AC3 rap video.
The
that,
rap one.
yeah, that was so
Smosh because YouTube channels which I was fully addicted to. So
Yeah.
that fanboy is still stuck. Even though it's just Ian now and the other dudes. The other dudes are funny.
yeah, it's not the
And
same anymore.
also Anthony's turned into a bit of a liberal. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, he's gotten too vlogger for my liking. It's like I don't know,
Yeah, the whole interview thingy. But anyway, off topic.
off topic.
AC Edward Kenway is my favorite assassin.
All right, so that leaves us with favorite side character. And this one I actually had to wrestle around a few times, but
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go with from Assassin's Creed 2, Leonardo da Vinci,
Okay.
because it's freaking Leonardo da Vinci.
Fully forgot that he was in those games.
Bruh, he was the guy. The thing that made me love the character was like one of the earliest interactions with him and Ezio, where Ezio goes to him with the blueprint for the hidden blade.
Oh yeah, the knife. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and he's like, you've got to cut off your ring finger, and then Ezio's like bracing for it, and then he's just like, I'm just fucking with you.
I hit the table. Yeah, that was an amazing moment.
I'm like, okay, you got me, Leonardo. And then how throughout the throughout Brotherhood and what's it called, not AC2, how he's working on his flying machine.
Yeah, that was in Brotherhood especially. There was a lot of those creations, like the flying machine could shoot cannons and stuff in that one.
Yeah, like I did one flying machine mission. Did not do it well. I did not succeed in that. It just was not good. I never bothered to go back and try and do it again. I'm just like, I'm leaving it there. I'm just leaving it there. I don't have to do it. It's a side quest. Just gonna.
God, you side quest. What's the point of playing the game?
Again, I was.
Lazy boy gamer back then.
I was a lazy boy gamer back then. This was 2013, 2014. So I'm just like, I just want to get through the story and just.
Not gonna lie, when I was younger, I did play games just to complete them. The only game I didn't, not complete them, finish. I just played them to finish. The only game I did was Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I had to complete everything. But anyway, yeah.
But yeah, for me, it was a toss up between him and what's it called, Blackbeard and Mario Auditore.
I was gonna say Mario purely because of I was gonna say Mario for my choice because it's me Mario, but
yeah.
my choice is I think quite niche. I don't think you can guess it. Well, I'll go some questions first. What period do you think my character's from?
I'm gonna say it's from the Assassin's Creed 3 to Assassin's Creed 4. Even though technically that's backwards, so 4 to 3.
Yeah, he's also in Assassin's Creed 2. He's also in Origins and Odyssey, I believe. He's also in Syndicate. He's a modern day character. Big man Sean Hastings. You remember him, right?
Yes, the guy who looks like what's it called?
The Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
Yeah. When I first met him in AC2, he's just funny. Like I actually have nothing to back up other than he's a funny character.
He is a funny character. He's very sulky, and yeah, he gives off big Stephen.
He's got
Merchant
that British satirical. Yeah, he gives that British satirical humor.
Yeah, it's just like he just wants to call someone a cunt because it's a game. He can't.
Yeah, his character was funny. Also, all the interactions he had with what's his face, Desmond was always funny to watch. Also, in I believe AC Origins, you see him doing eagle dive, which is fucking sick. So that's something there.
But so I wasn't the only one getting like. So I'm just glad that you finished off the sentence for me when I'm like the guy who looks like, and you said Stephen Merchant, because I thought I was the only one who thought that.
I always thought that as well. He sounds like him. Even the dude who actually voices him gives me Stephen Merchant vibes. Someone called David Wallace.
Never heard of him. I'm gonna have to look him up because I didn't pay attention to his voice actor as much, because for me, I was never really into the modern day aspects as much as I was the
Danny Wallace. I meant. Yeah, who is into the modern day aspect, to be honest, but yeah.
I mean, especially after 3, where they killed the character that we were supposed to be attached to.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's just slog through the modern day bits just to get back to the killing, because they always throw that in there to just force you out of the gameplay. I'm like, come on, man, just give us the gameplay. We're here for a reason. We're here to kill people and like cut their heads off and look cool doing it, and give like a really cool speech afterwards, and ideally ending with Requiescat in pace. Alright, so that's our favorite side character. So that was Leo da Vinci, and you had Mr. Big Man
Sean Hastings.
Funny as hell. So that just leaves us with our final one for today, which is our favorite moment in the franchise.
Cool.
And again, mine's also coming from Assassin's Creed 2 again. I'm sorry, okay, forgive me, guys. Right, yes, I'm a big Assassin's Creed 2 fanboy, but it's at the earliest stages of the game, where you're with
the Christina sex scene.
No. This is literally like at the start of the game where you're racing your brother.
Pressing X to move Ezio's limbs as a baby.
Yeah, I can't believe they actually gave an achievement for you starting the game.
Breathing or some shit, yeah.
Birth of an Assassin. I cannot believe that was an actual achievement. Boot up the game. Congratulations. You get a trophy. Oh no, but for me it was the race with his brother, with Ezio and his brother Federico, and the bit where they climb up to the roof in, I think Florence is their hometown.
Yep. And when you get up to the top,
and then they're like, it's a good life we live, and then Ezio's
good
like,
life we live, brother.
And then it's like, may it never change. And then you have the opening credits says Ubisoft presents Assassin's Creed 2, and then everything goes downhill from there. It's because that's the peak. That followed by the betrayal of Rodrigo Borgia, I think it's
No, no, no,
no.
it's not Rodrigo Borgia. It's the other guy. It was the other guy. I forget his name, but Rodrigo Borgia was in the other guy's house.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
forget who the guy is.
I forgot his name, but Rodrigo Borgia was the one who talked him into it.
Yeah, 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 part of the Templars, of course.
Yeah. So it was that whole betrayal of his family getting done for
Family
treason,
friend. Yeah.
and him going from yes living a happy life with his family to them just his brother and father being gone. I think he had two brothers actually.
Yeah, he had Petruccio, the youngest one. Ezio, I want those favors.
Yeah. Oh
So
man,
sorry for his brother.
man, no, that was actually sad. That one actually hurt. I never did collect all the feathers,
There's only 10.
but I just could not be asked to do it.
I mean, in Brotherhood they added hundreds, so
Yeah,
that was that.
but yeah, it was that moment, that little arc where you have the birth of this assassin, where his whole story arc where he goes from arrogant, suave, ladies' man, 17
Yeah,
year old rebellious teenager to okay, I have to become a man now because that's the only choice the world has given me. I wasn't allowed to ease into it. I was forced into it, and he did one hell of a job, becoming the mentor in Brotherhood, and then eventually the master in master in Brotherhood, and then mentor in Revelations.
where's your hoopling?
Yeah, that's
Uberto Alberti, that was his name. The lawyer
snake them out.
who yeah, and then when Ezio was like, I have the documents, and then Uberto's like, I did not get any documents, and then he got hanged.
Yeah,
Hung, sorry.
because like it was that moment. It was because of the moment with his brother at the beginning where he's like, "Oh, and may it never change." That got me so like, like what's the word? It made me empathize with the character so much seeing them die, right? Because it's like, okay, now I want to kill them, not because I have to do it because of the story, but because I'm attached to this character now, and I want to get revenge for him.
Mhm. Also, a bit of fun fact for you: the voice actor for Ezio is the voice actor for Batman in
Arkham
Arkham
Origins,
Origins, and he's also Sonic. Yeah.
and he also voices Captain America in that really crappy Avengers Assemble TV show.
Oh, the wait, which one? Oh, the cartoon. That was like one will forever fight. Is that one?
No, 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 that's the good one. That's Earth's Mightiest
Oh,
Gyros.
what was a crappy one? Oh, Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Assemble. Right.
Okay.
Roger Craig Smith. He's a solid voice actor. I haven't
He
really,
voices Chris Redfield in Resident Evil.
but I haven't. What's he been in recently? I don't think he's done much recently, has he?
uh, he was in Apex Legends.
I don't count that. I don't count that. I'm sorry.
Uh, let's see, movie wise, animation wise, he was in Love, Death and Robots,
Never
which is
heard of
really
it.
good.
Never heard of it. I'm gonna be honest.
Using Ghost in the Shell.
That I've heard of.
He plays characters in Bleach, Code Geass,
Code Geass.
Naruto.
Code Geass was so good. Code Geass was actually like
Very good anime.
I remember things. My friend at work kept, and my friend from college kept telling me to watch Code Geass, right? And this is something where I felt like the biggest idiot because I watched Code Geass, but
R2 first.
no, not even that. I was watching the spin off
Oh, what the hell?
because I didn't know which one to start with because they just told me watch Code Geass. They didn't tell me watch Code Geass, Le Louche of the Rebellion.
Rebellion, and then R2. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they told me okay, watch Code Geass. It's so good. So I just watched the most random one I could find, and I didn't really enjoy it because I didn't understand what was happening. And so I'm like, so I just told him, what are we talking about? It's good. It's crap. And he's like, what are you talking about? And so like I didn't watch it for 2 years until last year, where I remember watching a clip of it. We got a clip of it. I'm like, wait, this isn't the Code Geass that I watched. This guy wasn't even there. And that's when I realized I watched the wrong one, and I felt like the biggest idiot on the planet. Because then I watched Lelouch of the Rebellion, and then the thing season 2, and I'm like, yo, this was so enthralling. This was so good. I cannot believe I thought that the other one was what my friends were talking about. They were clearly talking about this one. So
Hmm.
anyway, that we went really off topic there. So what's your favorite AC moment?
My favorite AC moment is from AC3. So after the whole 6 hour tutorial where you're playing as Hatham, when you induct Charles Lee, you're thinking he's going to say, "Welcome to the Assassin Brotherhood," but then, out of nowhere, Big Man Hatham's like, "Welcome. You are now a Templar," and the game just desynchronizes. I'm like, "What the fuck?" That was a big what the fuck moment because now I'm thinking, I spent the past 6 hours of gameplay thinking I'm the assassin, and like my character's gonna die, and that's gonna be a reason for Connor to avenge him. But nah, they just Ubisoft threw a fast word at me, curve at me, and just completely like changed what I thought. I was like, oh, okay, so I just realized I was basically starting the Templar Brotherhood in America. I was like, damn, bro, they made me. They made me the bad guy, which I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I
Yeah,
want to be the assassin. I don't want to be a
yeah,
Templar.
you felt exploited.
Yeah, I was like, nah, man, I can't have been just like, I can't be making alliance with all these dudes and I have to kill them now. Like some of these characters are cool, like Thomas Hickey, Charles Lee, but it was strange. I was just confused. Like, wait, what? What? I thought this guy is gonna be the guy on the front cover later. No, wait, what? It was hella confusing at the time, but now I look back and it was a. The fact that they make you spend 6 hours with Hatham at the beginning for that twist to be dropped very early in the game, it's fucking mind blowing. That was my favorite moment for that. It's just mad.
And then they took then they took that plot twist and then they made a whole game about it in Rogue.
Yeah, I have Rogue. I haven't finished it because it's just opposite AC4 really. But yeah, I need to get onto playing Rogue because I heard in that year Unity Rogue should have been the one that came out for next gen rather than Unity. Rogue was really good apparently, like really fucking good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. I wouldn't that Rogue. So you know how we said Syndicate is the most underrated one.
I actually think Rogue is.
No, I think the thing about Rogue is because everyone who's played it, who I know who's played it, has had nothing but good things to say about it. But there's not that many people comparatively, if you know what I mean.
That's that. Yeah, that's why I'll say it's underrated.
No, but I wouldn't say that's underrated because I would say it's more
It's
not as
it.
popular as it deserves to. Like it's underappreciated rather than
There we go.
underrated.
That's a good word. Yeah,
Because
that's a
like
good word.
everyone who has played it, sorry, has basically had nothing but positive things to say about it. Whereas there's not that many people who have what's it called played it comparatively to Syndicate, where a lot of people, that because so many people have played it, everyone's like, oh, there's varying things on the spectrum, but because a lot of people still had the bad taste in their mouth from Unity,
Hmm.
so they're like, ah, I just can't enjoy it because of what Unity did.
Yeah.
So it's like, so that made them rate Syndicate less because it's like,
But it's the game that came out for the last generation. Why would I want to play it?
yeah,
All that sort of thing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
character Shay Cormac was fucking cool.
he was pretty badass. I
I do
respect.
remember that trailer that dropped for the Synth for Rogue where you see an assassin like dying on the floor and you see Shay loading his gun. There. Also, as I said, it's very opposite. Where in AC4 you could swim everywhere. AC you Rogue, you're in the cold areas of the world, so you can't swim anywhere, and you're not a pirate. Pirates are gonna invade you.
Yeah.
So that was always fun. But yeah, that was my favorite moment. The Hatham twist,
All right. Well, I
pretty
think
much.
so. I think for our segment this week, we should do what we talked about, the whole debate about Assassin's Creed Unity. Is it a good
What's
game?
that? Oh, I'm on the side where it is good. It is a solid 7.
Solid 7. Me, see, personally, I think whilst there were some good innovations that it had, with the parkour up, parkour down system, the whole new parry system, because I played it on release on PC.
Oh, so you had the frame issues, of course.
Yeah, so it just basically every time I save, every time I saved, it just did not work, and I just did not have the patience to get through it. I thought Arno was a solid character. Uh, I like the guy that kept calling him Pisspot. in
Oh, the guy in the prison, yeah.
yeah,
Basically the dad figure.
yeah,
Since Shay killed his dad, which is pretty cool. I was amazed to see how those two games link.
yeah. They did link them quite well, actually.
It's literally the beginning.
Yeah,
The ending of Rogue is the beginning
beginning
of
of
Unity.
Unity. Like they even like it's just the Unity part has better graphics. Granted, not that much better because it was just at the beginning of next gen. So it's like, whilst the graphics, yes, there was a drastic difference. It's like it's still Ubisoft's strongest suit wasn't their graphics. Like they that's what I'm liking about Valhalla is that they've taken more of an approach of, hey, let's make it look nicer as well.
What you're saying, Unity didn't have that approach?
Yeah, I don't think they had any sort of approach with Unity.
I, I think quite the opposite. Whereas I think Unity, so 4 is obviously a better game because the story and everything is better. But with Unity, I feel like just that release, if that didn't happen, people would respect the game a lot more.
Yeah, it was definitely hindered by that. I'll admit.
That is the reason why I think people give it the shit.
Mm.
I think if you didn't have that, the game would have been okay. It's an Assassin's Creed. It's a bit weird because well, these are general complaints people say. Oh, it's weird that they sound English, British when they're French. I mean, to be honest, has you ever spoken to a French person speaking English? It's hard to listen to. So imagine a whole game about that. Anyway, other than that, the story was okay. Nothing amazing for Assassin's Creed.
It's cool. It's quite paint by numbers, just bare bones.
The you see, so I don't feel like you get the whole Master Assassin vibe with Arno, but I like the development where you see at the beginning he's just a sort of rough and tough. He's just a guy trying to do his bits, going to the noble assassin that we know now. The combat was fun. Multiplayer was fucking amazing when it worked.
See,
Because
I never actually got to enjoy the multiplayer because again,
there was like the heists and whatnot. That was always fun to do. Customization of the game was amazing. Actually, I think about it, because you could literally choose every piece of the armor. Like you could change your hood, you could change your top, change your trousers, change your boots. The weapon variety in that game was amazing. You had the guillotine axes, where they're both melee axes and guillotine cannon. Sorry, at the top of the thing, he has a gun. We could just pop a fucking cannonball at someone. There was a lot of big innovations in that game. It's literally just story was a bit weak,
and hindered by really
hindered by
bad
the
release.
launch.
Like
Yeah, I tried to get into some online games recently because Clevis, we played about a year ago. I say recently. And we're trying to get the online sessions working because there's 2 trophies we want to get. It hasn't been working, but when I did play online around the game, I played the game like 6 months after release, so patches had been done, the game's fixed.
but by that point, the damage had been done.
Damage had been done.
It's like, you only get one chance to make a good first impression.
It's like what Shigeru Miyamoto says. A rushed game is a delayed game can be good, but a rushed game is forever bad.
Yeah, that's
I feel like it's not the fault of the game. It's the fault of the guys releasing it because they should have fixed all the shit before then released it.
yeah.
It's like when I play Game Dev Tycoon on PC. If I press release when there's like 12 bugs in the game, I know I'm gonna get bad reviews in the virtual world. So yeah.
And to be honest, I wouldn't even blame it so much on the developers so much as I would the management. Because like by that point, Ubisoft upper management, they're kind of just like, oh yeah, let's pump out a game every single year, and it's like, I'm like,
That's why the new one's been doing good.
yeah, because
Even though right after Origins they released Odyssey.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, because generally speaking, they've been taking their time with it. Because I think there was a 3-year gap between.
There was a 2-year gap. 2-year.
Oh yeah, 2 year between Syndicate and Origin. So
yeah, it was 2015, and then 2016 you had the AC movie.
yeah, oh yeah,
the Ezio collection.
Oh god, that movie.
The historical shit in that movie was cool, but it was like what 70% modern day shit, which no one fucking cared for.
Yeah, it's like that's the one thing that makes me appreciate Sonic the Hedgehog more. Because like,
what's that?
You know why we come to see Sonic the Hedgehog the movie?
We want to see Sonic.
We want
Yeah.
to see Sonic the Hedgehog, and that he was the focus of that movie. If you have an Assassin's Creed movie, but you don't have it focus on the assassin.
No one plays Assassin's Creed for Desmond.
Exactly, and Michael Fassbender wasn't even playing Desmond. He was playing
some bloke.
Some chump. It's like who is he? But yeah, sorry. But I just want to clarify my point about the graphics of Unity, which was
That's a huge step up in my opinion. But
I think the setting graphics were great. I just didn't like the person to person graphics, if you know what I mean.
this is because of the facial animation bug as well.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, I mean, when the game was fixed, it looked fine.
yeah, I should probably give it a second chance. Maybe my opinion will change. But yeah, that's it for this week, guys. Hope you guys are all staying safe in lockdown. You know, wear your masks, wash your hands, don't come more than 6 feet. Like
Chicken wing. If you need to handshake someone, chicken wing.
chicken wing. I think we should make that elbow spot just a permanent thing. I think it's
The
pretty
chicken
cool.
wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it looks cool. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at IjazSSJ3, on Instagram at IggySSJ3. Um, Rafi, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter with Rafi XCVII, the Roman numeral for 98. Still haven't got a video up on my YouTube channel, Ray Sword.
There will be a
That'll
link
be
for
coming
that.
soon.
There will be a link
Yeah,
for that in the description.
Zabitly, and yeah, that's pretty much Twitch as well. Same thing as Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Whenever I do
I
like
mean,
streaming.
I will say this, guys. Rafi is very entertaining when he's streaming, especially with his friends from Velocity and Isaiah's Hub.
Mm.
They're really entertaining channels as well. You know, nice guys, nice guys. But yeah, so that yeah, Rafi's on his website, his channel, his Twitter. He just
Soon.
gave it to you soon. You know, lockdown. It's pushing him closer and closer. He has got the time, so he has no excuse now. I'm
I think, to be honest, I'll probably be more productive when Corona's ended. Now that I think about it.
because you don't have a reason to procrastinate at that point.
I mean, right now, yeah, exactly. I've got to be like, okay, I've got to do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been your Earth's Mightiest Gyros. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, recommend to a friend, recommend to an enemy, recommend to a guy you like or dislike, whatever. We'll see you guys whenever. Again, we don't know what special we'll do next. We'll probably just be trying to do.
Probably this week, I'd say we got a big one to talk about with the whole Xbox thing on Thursday.
Oh yeah, we'll get.
There we talk about a shit ton of games and consoles. So
All right, we'll get on to you with that this later on in the week, or maybe early on next week. It really depends when we feel like
yeah.
it, but we'll definitely get that to you. So yeah, as always shit before you shower and wash your hands.
And read Berserk.
All right, see you guys.